Artificial intelligence is everywhere today, from the phones in our pockets to the algorithms shaping our online experiences. But what if we look at AI through a different lens, one that dates back thousands of years? How does this modern technology intersect with ancient wisdom? The Bible, while not explicitly mentioning AI, offers principles that can guide our thinking about it, with insights on knowledge, creation, and ethical considerations that are profoundly relevant today. Genesis tells us God created man in his own image. But what about machines? The idea of creation in the Bible is deeply tied to the concept of being made with purpose and intent. Humans, according to the Bible, are not just products of random chance, but are crafted by God with specific roles and responsibilities. So what happens when we start creating machines with our own hands? Can something we create, like AI, also hold a purpose that aligns with or challenges our understanding of divine creation? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. True wisdom begins with a reverence for the divine. AI, in many ways, represents the pinnacle of human ingenuity and knowledge. It has the potential to process information and solve problems at speeds and scales far beyond human capability. However, the Bible cautions against placing too much faith in human wisdom alone. Proverbs 3:5-6 advises, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." This suggests that while AI can be a powerful tool, it should not become a substitute for the wisdom and guidance that comes from a relationship with God. It's a reminder that human knowledge, no matter how advanced, has its limits and should be tempered with humility and ethical considerations grounded in faith. The Bible is rich with teachings on ethical behavior, emphasizing love, justice, and mercy. Micah 6:8 sums it up well. "He has shown you, O mortal, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you? To act justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God." When it comes to AI, ethical considerations can be drawn from these timeless principles. But the Bible prompts us to reflect on the source and application of that knowledge. Issues like privacy, bias, and the potential for misuse are all areas where biblical principles can offer guidance. For instance, the commandment, "You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor," Exodus 20:16, can be extended to AI to emphasize the importance of truth and honesty in how data is collected, processed, and presented. Are we using AI to enhance our understanding of the world in ways that honor ethical principles and promote the common good? Or are we allowing it to steer us away from wisdom and instruction? The Bible is rich with moral teachings that can inform our approach to AI. For instance, the commandment to love your neighbor as yourself, Matthew 22:39, can be a guiding principle in the development and deployment of AI technologies. But what happens when we prioritize efficiency and profit over the well-being of individuals and communities? Is it possible that we might be compromising our ethical standards and the greater good? This directive encourages us to consider the impact of AI on individuals and communities, ensuring that these advancements serve humanity in a manner that is fair, equitable, and compassionate. With great power comes great responsibility, a theme echoed in the Bible. Luke 12:48 states, "From everyone who has been given much, much will be demanded, and from the one who has been entrusted with much, much more will be asked." In this verse, Jesus reminds us that those who have been given great resources or abilities have a greater obligation to use them wisely and justly. When we think about AI, this principle can be applied to the developers, policymakers, and users who wield significant influence over how these technologies shape our world. Are we ensuring that AI is developed and used in ways that are responsible and ethical? Are we holding those in positions of power accountable for the impacts of these technologies? We are stewards of a powerful tool that can significantly impact society, in ways that can either uplift or harm not just ourselves, but also our communities and the world at large. Are we playing God with AI or simply harnessing the intelligence He gave us to innovate? Proverbs 3:13 says, "Blessed are those who find wisdom." But can wisdom be coded? While AI processes data at lightning speed, it lacks the depth of human experience, empathy, and moral judgment that comes from living a life full of diverse experiences and relationships. And here lies the crux of the human versus machine intellect debate. It's not just a matter of processing information faster. It's about interpreting that information through the lens of wisdom, ethics, and compassion. AI might help us solve complex problems and make life more convenient, but it can't replace the nuanced decision-making that comes from a heart attuned to justice, kindness, and humility. Ecclesiastes 7:18 advises us, "It is good to grasp the one and not let go of the other. Whoever fears God will avoid all extremes." This verse speaks to finding balance, a principle that is incredibly relevant in our world today. While it's exciting to push the boundaries of what technology can achieve, we must also be cautious not to lose sight of the ethical and moral considerations. Striking a balance between innovation and caution ensures that we don't become so enamored with technological advancements that we neglect the foundational human values that should guide their use. Romans 14:12 reminds us that each of us will give an account of ourselves to God. If AI makes decisions, who is truly accountable? Is it us, or the creators and programmers behind the technology? This raises profound questions about moral responsibility in a tech-driven world. As we integrate AI more deeply into our lives, this accountability becomes even more crucial. We must remember that at the end of the day, AI is a tool created by humans. The ethical implications of its use fall squarely on our shoulders, and our shoulders are only as strong as our collective willingness to address these challenges head-on. Revelations 13:15 speaks of an image that could speak and cause those who refuse to worship it to be killed. Some interpret this as a forewarning about AI and autonomous systems. Are we inching closer to prophetic realities, or is this a misinterpretation of Scripture? As AI continues to evolve, so too does the conversation about its place in our spiritual and ethical lives. The Bible offers a framework for understanding, but the questions it raises are as complex as the algorithms behind it. What do you think? Are we on a divine path of discovery, or are we moving into uncharted territories that challenge our traditional beliefs?